how much awareness is there amongst the walk-ons of, hey, there's some scholarships available. This is a possibility that this could happen for me or one of these other guys this fall. And how much is that something that comes into your consciousness, I guess, when you're practicing?
Well, it's really just a bunch of speculation, honestly, because as a player, I don't really try to know who's on scholarship and who's not, because, Doozy's the only one that really knows that. So really it's just about coming to work every day and playing to the ability that you can. And once you start making plays and once you start doing your job and doing it consistently, guys start to take notice and they start to whisper in your ears, saying like, "Hey, you can do this, you can do this." And it's kind of how it went for me. Just a bunch of guys keeping me positive and keeping me on the right path to continue to do what I want to do and continue to get the scholarship. So,
do the guys call him Doozy?
Yeah, Doozy, yeah, coach, whatever they feel like at the time.
Were there times where it was tough? It's like, wow, I don't know if this is worth it, or did you have those moments where you questioned?
I think everybody has, scholarship or not, I think everybody has those moments of just whether they want to commit themselves to it or not. But once you get past that wall, especially after your true freshman year, when you haven't been exposed to this type of competition and this type of competitiveness, it's tough for a lot of people. But once you get past that freshman wall and start getting into a routine of everything, it becomes a lot easier for a lot of people.
Were you surprised on Saturday, or did you kind of have a feeling that it was coming when he was standing up there?
It was more just like hoping than anything. It still shocked me. It was a surprise, but then I knew at that point it was okay, I'm either going to get it or I'm not going to get it. And either way, I'm going to still go on with the season and do everything I can for this team.
Do you find yourself getting more reps in practice than you have been in the years past?
Yeah, for the most part, especially this past camp, I got a pretty good amount of reps. I'd say right now it's pretty consistent with how I was getting reps last year. And we have a lot more depth too, which is even nicer because guys can sub in, can sub out, and Coach Watson always talks about being a posse. So this year we're trying to be as close as we can and give each other, when someone needs a rep, another person can come in and do their job the exact same way, with the same amount of effort and the same amount of consistency as everyone else.
How did a guy from Dallas end up in Pittsburgh?
It's actually funny. I was so after my senior season at Jesuit, I kind of didn't really have that many looks coming from certain colleges. I had a couple people talk to me from Drake University, another one from Louisiana Lafayette, and I didn't know if I wanted to really take those at the time. I was thinking about walking on at other places as well. And then when me and my parents were actually watching a rerun of the Little Caesars Bowl when Pitt beat Bowling Green, and we got a call from, at the time, the tight ends, one of the tight ends assistant coaches, Mick Turner, and he was like, "Hey, we want you to come, we want you to see the city, see the school, and we want you to be a preferred walk-on." And right when I passed the tunnel and saw the city and saw that big scene, it was a done deal. So I didn't even need to see anything else. I knew I wanted to come here.
As an older guy, experienced guy who's been around this now for 5 years, do you sort of help your teammates through this week one season opener type deal where it's like, you're playing an FCS team, the challenges that await down the road in the season? How much do you sort of remind them that this is what we need to be focused on right now and not sort of get tripped up by overlooking someone?
Yeah, every team, any given week you can lose, and especially with how we were last year, you can see it doesn't even matter if they're an FCS team, those teams can play. And we looked at Albany and we know their strengths, we know their weaknesses, and just like the saying, they know our strengths, they know our weaknesses, and we know that they're a great team coming in here, and we got to put the pedal to the metal when we go against them, because that's how we got to approach every single game. So we're not taking anyone for granted. We're not taking anyone lightly this year.
You made, I guess your mark as a special teams player, especially early on. What does it take, I guess, to be someone that excels in those roles? Is it just want to and more than it is any sort of specific athletic ability?
Yeah, it's just more about being. Special teams isn't for everybody. I'll tell you that. You got to have a want to be on that field. You got to be consistent. Coach Powell always talks about, I can't trust you out there if you're not going to do the right thing. So you got to consistently do the right thing. You got to continue to give effort, especially on special teams, because that's mainly what it really is. Your assignments aren't that difficult. It's just a matter of you going and putting forth every bit of effort that you can. And once coaches see that, once players see that, then that's how you make your mark, and that's how you get onto special teams.